the Barstool Bowl, the Barstool Arizona Bowl on CW, Saturday, December 30th, 4:30 Eastern in Tucson, the Arizona Stadium.
The Barstool
Toledo
Bowl,
versus
better game than the Orange Bowl. That's amazing.
Yeah, amazing. Toledo versus Wyoming. Wyoming out past a field goal favorite here. Total sitting at 44.5. Let's go through some news here. Daquan Finn, starting quarterback for Toledo. He hit the portal. Is that Baylor? Did he get to go to Baylor?
Mm-hmm.
Baylor's with
I don't know
Tucker
how that
Gleason.
helps. I don't know how that helps.
Tucker Gleason will start. He did get some experience last year. He's 69 snaps this year. He's more of like a gunslinger than Finn, who has way more mobility. They're starting left guard, Vinny Skerry, who's a good one. He's also in the portal. I'd also probably guess that Quinyon Mitchell, who's like a potential first or second round draft pick, the best cornerback at the group of 5 level, I'd assume he probably sits out, but nothing's been confirmed there.
You saw him probably today, didn't you?
Who?
Penny Boone.
Oh, Penny Boone. Wow, I didn't even see that. I got to update my sheet.
A few hours ago, yeah. I mean, it's happening fast here.
Penny Boone, that's huge. So now Penny Boone, the most talented back in the MAC, and they weren't a great run blocking unit, and it was his legs and Finn's legs that made that offense go. Now you're taking both out of the equation. You also have Wyoming. This is Craig Bowles' last hurrah. He will retire after the Arizona Bowl. Offense coordinator Tim Plasek will also be the new head coach at North Dakota State. From a player personnel perspective, not much news for Wyoming. They're starting cornerback Colby Taylor. He committed to Vanderbilt. He didn't play the final 2 games, though, but he obviously won't be there. Then they're starting right tackle Caden Barnett. He won't play in the bowl following surgery, but he was out the last couple of games. Right guard Jack Walsh kicked out there. He'll stay at right tackle just like he did. And Bowles said everyone else appears to be healthy and playing. Without Boone, without Finn, this is Wyoming or nothing. I would prefer, it's Wyoming still. It's not the most electric offense in the world. I would prefer to, a field goal if you want to take a money line, parlay it with like Georgia money line to get it down. I have them in a round robin. But I think the Wyoming run game can work here. It's actually, Toledo's a little soft there this year after losing a couple of really good players in the front 7. And this is a big coaching, number one, motivation. Like Toledo, lose the MAC championship game. You have your quarterback and your running back hit the portal. Candle's been, entertaining job offers. I don't know if the focus is there. Well, this is the last hurrah for bowl. I'm assuming that Wyoming is going to show up here. Everything I've read signals to me that they're fired up. And it's just a big mismatch. I mean, you look at Jason Candle's bowl history, not good. Craig Bowl has always been good. Mm-hmm. So I think this is Wyoming all the way. What do you see?
I'm not sure the market's reacting enough. Looks like we had a move from 3 up to 3.5 at a couple of the books with the announcement of Penny Boone being out. And of course, we're recording this on Wednesday at night, so the Penny Boone news is pretty fresh. And most of these notes that I have, we're going to make a case for why maybe you'd want an inflated Rockets line. Toledo runs a lot of power and outside zone with Penny Boone. Heaviest run direction over left guard. Well, guess what? They're missing their left guard and they're missing Penny Boone. So the reasons why you would want to invest in this offense, I mean, there's nothing in Tucker Gleason that says he's a bad, like Stuck said, he's a gunslinger. 12-3 T to INT ratio, almost double as many big time throws as turnover worthy plays. He had wheels last year. He ran for 237 yards. That was split between scrambles and designed. But when you're missing Penny Boone and you're missing your primary offensive lineman where you run that zone, that makes it a lot tougher. Now, I've loved Wyoming all year. I took them to win the Mountain West, but Peasley ended the season on fire against, it was Hawaii and Nevada's defenses, but he ended up with a 20-5 TD to INT ratio. He had over 100 rushing yards in week 13 with 2 rushing TDs. Outside zone is the bread and butter of this Wyoming offense. They run it for a really high 56% success rate with running back Harrison Whaley. Toledo's defense, a low 41% against outside zone. Peasley wasn't great against quarters coverage, but this is a MAC secondary. That is all that Toledo runs. We'll see about that. I projected this Toledo -1 I thought this was way too inflated at 4. I even could make a case that Big Cat won the national title with Toledo on the video game during the pandemic. So I thought maybe there'd be some love for Toledo here, but I cannot touch them with a 10-foot pole without Penny Boone running a zone read option that goes over their best offensive lineman. That won't be, neither of them will be in this game. So I would still buy Wyoming at 3.5. Even I think there's a -105 out there. You could buy it down to 115.
Yeah, Boone and Finn, and then their best offensive lineman. And Toledo, very good D on the back end, but they might not have their best corner. But they were a little soft in the run, and that's where I think Wyoming can take advantage.
Yep.